Terry here. I have gotten a few of my layouts done for the 19th series for 30 Days of Sketches from Christy's Beautiful Life. So I thought I'd share at least what I've got done so far, and hopefully that prompts me to keep going. This is day 1, and it's from Sarah Christensen, and she had all these fun Polaroid frames, and I tried to mimic it exactly. I don't know how, I think I came pretty close. Yeah. So I used Cocoa Vanilla. So that would be, let's see, the background piece, these Polaroids, and then I picked, I don't know if you watched my haul from Cherry on Top, but there was a whole bunch of papers from like grab bags. So I've just got them sitting here. My plan is to just, if I need something, I'm going to see if I can grab it out of there and use them up. So this pink one was perfect. It matched, I think, matched okay. So I made these little Polaroid frames by cutting the size I want, like cutting the same size as these out of it. And then I had a square stitched die from waffle flour that I used. I just placed on the center, I think it was this one. I centered it in it and taped it down so that I could make my own little Polaroids the exact size I wanted. So I bumped up, so these ones are flat, these ones have some foam adhesive underneath, and made a shaker there for the center one for the title. Those are Rachel Talman, Guinevere, and Blue Fairy. I used 2 different ones. So look, there's a little unicorn in there. Isn't that cute? And then I just wanted certain colors, so I picked out what I wanted, and you know, it's a bit of an explosion. I used 49 in Market Rub-Ons. This goes back to Spectrum Gardenia, all these little fronds. And then I used some washi tape because it does look like she's used washi tape in a few places. So I used a couple of different washi tapes. This one, I think these are Vicky Boutin, and that one might be One Canoe 2. Simple Stories Noteworthy Floral Bits. So that's what the florals are. Scrap and Happy Studio. Oh, I do have a couple of flare. So these are buttons, and then this one rainbow, because the Scrap Timber prompt for day 1 was rainbow. So I think I've got everything in there that I wanted to include. Just a fun, super fun, colorful layout. I can't remember if I'm keeping this one or if this is going to one of the kids. I kind of want to keep it. Right? Oh, and I did want to mention, this is, again, kind of a homemade Polaroid as well. And the way I did that was, so this paper here, where I've used a piece there, a piece there, and a piece there, is the back of these Polaroid cards. And then I cut out, this is another piece that came in with the Cherry on Top stuff, and I just cut the same size, well, more or less, around at the corners and put it on there so it would mimic, even though the placement she had for her Polaroids, like the wider section, like they're kind of upside down, I used kind of the same placements. I don't know, I think I did it pretty much everything as close as I could, but I'm really happy with that. It's so fun. I might just hang that up in here. That's a fun one to look at all the time. Anyway, I probably won't stick now. So there's day 1. Day 2, I'm not quite finished. I'm going to add some journaling. This was, actually, Day 2 from Ginger Bush, and it's like, I did zhuzh this up a bit, but like change it. So here, instead of these photos here, I had these, and then these are, can you even see what I'm talking about? These are from the cut apart sheet, but I just used those as a base, and I just used a circle cutter, and instead of 3 circles, I think I've got 5, because I ended up using the center as well instead of just the rings. So I've got the 3 rings, but then I've got just 2 circles just to use up as much as I can. And I left space for some journaling about my friends from when I had my store, and it's just called Scrappy Pals. This was a scrap room kit from June 2022. It's Simple Stories, Let's Get Crafty. But I used the flea market enamel dots and Bella Boulevard letter stickers, these, but otherwise everything was in that scrap room kit, all the ephemera. And the prompt for this day was enamel dots, so fulfilled that one. Okay, now this one is probably this is my favorite to date. And the prompt was mixed media. So this was from Nicole Leatherby, and she's got some brickwork here and some jazz down here, 3 photos, bloop, bloop, bloop. So I used some picket fence glaze, and I used 3 different colors, and like just ombre'd them up. I don't know if you can see that. I freaking love how it turned out. Love it. I think the colors are perfect. It pulls in, oh, and it's 49 in Market Viking. So that's the paper, the laser cuts, the die cuts. This is chipboard, no, that's a die cut. And then I've got American Craft Thickers here. Oops, here. SHS Flare, Scrap and Happy Studio Flare. Oh, I just tucked one in, just this little butterfly. He's kind of watercolory, but he almost looks like he goes with that collection, doesn't he? These are Hip Kit. Yeah, Hip Kit alphas. Did a little shaker here. These are Catherine Pooler London Sequin Mix. So lots of sequins and a little bit of, I think that's twinery twine. But I am digging how that turned out. I'm just so happy with it. What do you think? What do you think? I didn't do as much down here as she had on her sketch, but I didn't want to cover up all of this beautiful glaze. I just loved how it turned out. So that was day 3. Day 4 was a grid layout, and this is by Cindy Thayer Brown, and it was a grid layout. Instead of all the little photos, I just have the one photo, but I used the little squares from the cover sheet of this Art in Hidden Creek collection, and used those. We've also got Craft Consortium Scorched Wood Pattern Paper, so that's this here. And American Craft Chipboard Letters and Puffy Elements, so that's the title. That's this little Polaroid frame, the love, the little oopsies, the little hearts. This sticker is from, I think it's from Print Shop, Vicky Booten. This was fussy cut from one of the papers. The sequin mix is a Spiegelmum Scraps Winter Woods, but I've added in a few little paws, and those are Buttons Galore and More, Top Dog. Oh, and then I used some rub-ons. These are 49 in Market. Blendables 01. Is that everything? Oh, and some Heidi Swap Color Shine in gold. So I thought that was a fun one. My wee babies. My favorite, and just it's called Happy Place. Okay, so now we're on to day 5, and the Scraptember prompt was mix of old and new. There's this sketch. It's from Kristen Lippelman, and I've turned it like that. So it's got all these little strips coming out, a couple Polaroid photos, and a couple of clusters. She has some journaling here. So I have used, this is Photoplay Campus Life. And so that's the papers, and this, instead of the strips, like smaller branding strips or whatever she intended, maybe she intended washi tape, who knows, I cut up one of these papers that had, the whole paper was these books, so I cut them out and I started fussy cutting these books, and then I thought, this is insanity. So I just cut sections, and like I did quite a few, and then I was like, oh no, I'm not, no. So I added in a couple of these little die cuts. Time to hit the books, eat, sleep, study, repeat. Let's be honest, I did mostly the eating and the sleeping when I was in residence. I hardly went to class. It was ridiculous. Anyway, so these are my student cards. Maybe I should have those covered up. Oh well, who cares anymore? I mean, what are they? I don't know. Let's see. I've got some super old Studio Calico wood veneer. This sequin mix that I use, so I've just got it like here, there, and everywhere. I don't know if you can see it. It's not overly in your face. I just love how it turned out. But I had bought, and I'll show you what I've got left. It was these little sets of sequins that came, I think it was like, I have some stars in there, but I think it was either, you know, just like this, right? So there's probably 6 or 7 different colors, and then I got one with stars, and I've just used them over the years, but I mean, I've had these well over a decade, like probably since I started. So I was doing a card activity for my mom's, where she lives now, like her retirement facility, and I just poured a bunch together to make my own sequin mix. So I don't know if you can see the fun colors in there. And what I like about this one is there's some that kind of almost go green, like these ones, right? They're iridescent, but they have a green tinge to them. Oh, I'm gonna have these all over the place. So I made up a couple of different ones. This one is more, I don't know, they're both neutral and they're both kind of autumny, but this one has more of the brighter golds and the reds, and there's actually some silver in there. It's just 2 different feelings, I think, but I used this one on here. And then as far as my new, these leaves from All and Create are some of the newest things that I had gotten. So that's that. Am I missing anything? No, I think that's it. And I think it's a fun way to get some of that memorabilia into an album. So that's day, what did I say? Day 5. Day 6 was from Sherry Stewart, and I have turned it like that. So you've got your 2 photos, 3 frames, and some business. Well, actually, I turned it and flipped it. So here we have 49 and Market. What was this? Serenity. These are photos that our son's friend, he has a landscaping business, so we had him do around our new house here, and he took some drone photos, and we were so happy with it. Like, for a young guy just starting out, super happy with it. And you like to support your friends and your kids' friends when you can. So I've got, what was this one? This strip, so this strip of paper came from the center of this one. I just cut it out and flipped it. This is an old one that I don't even know for sure what it was. It might have been like a pink paisley or something. I've got some 49 and Market frames, and then this is a laser die cut, a little scrolly frame there. These are 49 and Market elements. I added in a few rub-ons, this splotch, this leaf. Was there any over here? They blend in so well, it's hard to even tell whether you used any or not. I don't think I used any over here. No. Oh, this One Fine Day. Oopsies. One Fine Day, that's a rub-on. The key is one of the laser cut elements. And let's see. So, Shimmers Sequins. So this was kind of a fun one because it had little pearls in it, little seed bead, or little tiny ones. So I made some little clusters of them and then just sprinkled a few around. These are Chamel epoxy stars. Got 3 little ones. 1, 2. There was one here. We've lost it. Where are you hiding? It's probably in the bottom of my box there. Okay, I'm gonna have to look for it and glue it on better. And then I've got some, these might be Simple Stories stars. I can't remember. I just have a box of random wood veneers, but the shape of them makes me think they were from like a kind of a Disney collection, if I remember right. And the reason I have stars is the Scraptember prompt for that day was stars. So that's that. I'm just gonna look for that star. Hold on. Found it. She's glued on now. So it's actually super thick, but you know, for being pretty monochromatic, I think it really pops. Really happy with that. So that was day 6. Day 7 is from Liz Fry. It's a double pager with a strip across the middle. All these photos, large title. So I had fun with this. And the only thing about it is I kind of wish that instead of following the sketch so closely, is that I made these photos a bit bigger. Just, I don't know, they kind of look puny, don't they? I don't know. So this is our oldest niece and family going back to school. She and her husband are teachers, so they go back to school too. Let's see. Number 7 was hoarding. So I had hoarded this collection. It's Pink Fresh Delightful. Then I also, it's not that old, but old enough, and I hadn't touched it yet since I bought it, so we're calling that good. This is cut from a Pear Tree cut file, and I used Stampin' Up! Glitter cardstock for it. While I was cutting that, I cut out some hearts just to pull that glitter around. The die cuts are all Pink Fresh. I've also got a few stickers. some little chipboard flair. There's 1, 2, 3. The sequin mix is Rachel Talman Summer Sugar. What am I missing here? Cocoa Vanilla. What do I have that's cocoa vanilla? Oh, this little piece of paper here. So the scraps from, I guess that would be day one. Actually, the scraps from everything I'm just kind of keeping in a pile and grabbing from them if I can, if I need a little bit. So that little thing backed this. I was going to make a shaker pocket and I was too lazy, so I just backed it, and then I kind of did a nice grouping of the sequins there, and I just have the sequins coming out from in behind these the florals. What is pink paisley? Oh, so these 1, 2, 3, these are Artisan Words, and I had these when I had my store. So they're ones that you can spray or ink or whatever, or leave plain, but I sprayed them with some Heidi Swapp Color Shine. So this is also an item that I've hoarded for years, and I'm trying to set things out that I can use them up. And then I was trying to figure out what to do for this tag. I have these little beads, and I've had them in this cup forever, and they're some are beads that I bought, and then some are from, I think it's the first Studio Calico kit I ever bought, and they were these little there's birds, grapes, pineapples, and I have a hard time using pineapple anything anymore because of the connection to swingers, but anyway. And there was this apple that would have been perfect, but I don't think it was the right color. So I just did some of these regular old beads and just made almost like a, I don't know, a dangle. I don't know what you want to call that. Just something to zhuzh that up a little bit. I thought it was kind of fun. What else have I used? Beads. Color Shine. Yeah, so that was a mix of a couple different colors, and that's it. So as far as my hoarding items, beads definitely, and the pink paisley, those have been hoarded much longer than this collection, but anyway, I like how that turned out, and that one's for Jen's album, so I don't even get to keep it. Then we go into, and I think I keep this one because I know I've already done that photo, and I think I put it in their album. So this is day 8, Christine Harden. And I followed the sketch pretty closely, except for I didn't put this strip across the top, and the reason for that is this background paper was so busy. I tried adding different things and it was too much. So 8 was New Supply. So these embossed die cuts are Paper Rose, and these are one of the last things that I received in an order, and that would have been from Scrapbooking Oasis in St. Thomas. Used this huge title from Vicki Boutin, and it's called Hello Lovely Family. So the family, those are Heidi Swapp letters, and I thought I'd bring in the brown to kind of pull from around here. Let's see here. So the clouds, the butterflies, the florals, the hello, those are all from the Paper Rose embellishments or die cuts. Then I've got some this sticker, this little 3, and this little cutie pie, and the frame around this little journaling spot type thing. Those all came from I think it's Echo Park. Yeah, Echo Park stickers. The paper is Crepe Paper Journey, except for this is this scorched wood again. I love that scorched wood paper pad. I think it's great for bases. And then this little piece is a scrap from here. So like I said, I'm just sticking my scraps there instead of cutting into new pieces. I'm just trying to use them up. This little ticket's Jenny Bolin. I've got some Scrap and Happy Studio Flair. And then this, I want to say, might have been Pink Paisley. This little brad. I cut the back off with my Tim Holtz scissors and just using a puffy dot underneath. And this little ticket was Amy Tangerine. Yeah, so I'm using up some old stuff that I've had kicking around for a while, and then some new things as well. But I love this paper. I don't, I've been kind of saving it for the right thing, and I thought this just worked out nicely. So like how that turned out, and I'm glad I get to keep that one in my own. So that's the first 8 days. So there is a video showing the page kits for this, and you know what? They're super helpful for me, because I go back, like I'll pull out my page kit and think, what was I going to do with this? And I've explained it to myself in the video. So I go back and I'm like, oh yeah. So sometimes I don't follow it exactly, but it's super helpful for me anyway. I've actually got a few more done from this series. I've already got more done than I finished in the last series, but we'll get through them. No big deal. That's it for today, guys. Sorry, just I kind of show up and then you don't see me for weeks or months. But life's busy, and I've kind of decided I'm not forcing myself to do things. Like, this is for fun, so I'm not making myself ram through it. I'm going to enjoy it, right? And that's what we all should be doing. Is if you have a hobby, it's for fun. It's not to get all stressed out about. So nobody's paying me for that. Yeah, so that's it for today. Hope everybody's having a great fall. The weather is beautiful today, and they're calling for snow next week, so I should be outside getting some work done, but I do what I feel like today. So this is it. So we will talk to you again soon. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.